surely we might be able to see Bagnaia versus Acosta.
Believe the hype. That's why there's been so much talk, so much focus on the 19-year-old on a 31 bike. He's getting the dashboard message right now, isn't he, Pecco Bagnaia, just informing of the situation.
31.
Yeah, here comes Acosta though. He's on the inside of the double MotoGP World Champion. Crikey, how has he stayed on board? So this could get worse for Bagnaia and certainly better for Jorge Martin.
Now.
Yeah, here comes Pedro Acosta on the inside, on the cutback. Bagnaia will really tough it out. Oh, he almost had his front wheel chopped there, didn't he, by Pedro Acosta. Martin, now he's going for the front. Not going to make that work. On the cutback will come Pedro Acosta. Surgeon-like precision at the front so far from Pedro Acosta. Martin's gone for it again, but once again it's an aborted mission because Acosta's going to have the inside line. Acosta then still leads.
It's the best place for Pedro to be here because he's on the medium rear tyre. Of course, Vinales was too, but he's way back in 8th. Everyone behind him on the soft, so they're going to want to attack early on, and that's exactly what Martin's doing.
Yeah, and Pecco Bagnaia is going to be wary of that, and he knows that Martin gets in hot once again, and just on the cutback, is he going to have another look? No, shows him a front wheel, but Acosta slams the door shut. Nothing between the two Spaniards at the front here, and now Martin's trying to get creative.
No, he isn't.
He's trying to get inventive, but once again, door slammed, smack bang in the face to Martinator from Acosta, and Acosta still leads here. Here he goes, and now Martin, he's tried this move on more than one occasion. That's about the 5th or 6th time that he's had a nibble. And now Marquez knows he can't let Martin try and check out here. Martin has hit the front. Seconds later, the very same corner, Marquez pinches 3rd place from Bagnaia. Big twitch there on the front as Acosta got the power through the 4th gear, turn 10.
Wow.
Oh, and he's almost into the back of Martin. That's going to allow Marquez to slip on the inside of Pedro Acosta. Here comes Marquez though from a long, long way back. That's going to be so close. More contact.
Here comes Pedro Acosta, who wants to lead the Grand Prix back, and he just muscles Martin aside. Pedro Acosta regains the lead in Austin.
And now they're going to go 3 abreast at 350 kilometres an hour. Acosta, Martin and Marquez. Acosta back at the front of this Grand Prix, side by side.
Here comes
Marquez on the inside of Pedro Acosta. Wow. It's the old superstar versus the new superstar in the MotoGP World Championship. Oh no, Marquez has gone down. Coming from a long, long way back.
Wow.
How far back goes Pecco Bagnaia? How did he get that stopped? Brilliant by Pecco Bagnaia. Will Bagnaia be trying to get to the front very, very early on here? Coming now towards turn 13, and Pecco Bagnaia so close. What a first lap that's been from the world champion. He's got the inside line though through on Marc Marquez. Pecco Bagnaia started this Spanish Grand Prix in Jerez down in 7th place. He leads at the end of an incredible first lap.
A legendary first lap, but Marc Marquez is fighting straight back into turn number 1, and Jorge Martin's going to take advantage.
They go 3 abreast, Marquez, Martin and Bagnaia. Sideways goes Bagnaia, he's made a mistake. He's got him way too hot, and Martin and Marquez power on through. And now Bagnaia side by side with Marquez. Look, Marquez might have missed the drive coming out that final turn.
Martin down on the end of the straight.
Martin's gone down. This is the moment. Here he comes into the Aspar corner. Marc Marquez leads the Spanish Grand Prix. Bagnaia though instantly tries to fight back. They touch, they rub going through turn 10. This is Portimao almost all over again on the exit as well. They touch on the entry to turn 10. They rub on the exit of turn 10 as well. Here comes Marquez though, and once again he fires on the inside of Bagnaia. He's going to run in wide again though, and Bagnaia on the cutback seizes the lead once again.
Martin comes through.
Martin goes into the lead then for the first time in this Grand Prix. Bagnaia will get him on the cutback. Martin running a little bit hot going into the Dunlop chicane. Once again it's Martin who's slightly the faster of the lead too.
Yeah, Bagnaia can't get out of the 32s as Martin looks to take him again. Bagnaia once again looks to try and see him coming and fight back. He wasn't quite successful this time.
And now Bagnaia and Marquez are all over his rear tyre.
Bagnaia's got to attack
he's
quickly.
Going for
He's
it,
on the inside.
That's going to be really aggressive. There is no room through there. Marquez still there, looking very menacing in 3rd place. Jorge Martin is 5 corners away from the victory of his career. Here comes Marc Marquez on the inside of Pecco Bagnaia. What a move that was.
Martin straight back at the inside of Bagnaia for the lead.
Has been very aggressive. He knew he had to be to get to the front at turn 3. But here comes Bagnaia on the inside. He goes. That's a good launch, a good raid on the inside of Martin. He's in a little bit hot though. That's 2 or 3 overtakes we've had for the lead already on this first lap. It's going to be back in the hands of Martin. They go side by side once again on the brakes into 2A, and Martin getting in a little bit hot. He's in way hot, and this will allow Bagnaia surely to sweep back into the lead. He has to lose a second in this sector. Does Martin? He slots in behind Bagnaia. Whoa! He was almost doing a full stoppy, wasn't he? In the brakes into turn 2.
Thompson, he didn't give Martin problems getting off the line this time, did he? He kept the lead from Pecco Bagnaia, but for how long can he keep it? Bagnaia wants it straight away as they hit the brakes for the first corner at the start of lap 2, and Pecco Bagnaia takes the lead of the Austrian Grand Prix.
Martin has attacked. We'll go down the side road very quickly. Martin attacked briefly on the inside of Bagnaia into turn 9, running a little bit wide. Bagnaia just hugged the inside line, squeezed back on through into the lead.
Bagnaia versus Quartararo for 7. Bagnaia has got a real battle on his hands to score any points in this sprint at the moment.
Quartararo attacking Bagnaia. Well, he went full send there, didn't he? And now around the outside of both of them goes Bastianini.
So for the first time, I guess, since late 2022, when they were battling for the championship, Quartararo in a position to put a move on Bagnaia. Bagnaia is just going to take that straight back again on the back straight. We saw how that all ended. We didn't quite see how it started. Can only assume Quartararo went up the inside of Bagnaia into 12.
Quartararo then can get right on the rear tyre of Bagnaia, but just not close enough. Oh, here he goes. On the inside, he'll try for the block pass, but on the cutback, Bagnaia will just start winding up the wick on the factory Ducati as Pecco Bagnaia. Well, he has lost that place to Fabio Quartararo. Here comes Martin on the brakes into turn 4. He's going to run in that little bit hot, and Bagnaia just let off the brakes, cut back to the inside line. Now then, on board with Martin. He's going to go for the inside line once again. Bagnaia can't turn in. He's going to try and cut back to the tighter inside line. He certainly is, but he's made a mistake there trying to be aggressive and counter Martin's move. And now Martin then has hit the front. Game on. It's time to strike. He's not close enough. Is he now just going to get the slingshot? Try and pick up the drive out of turn 6. Slipstream Martin. Surely the move's coming now. Surely it will come. Yeah. He moves side by side with Martin. Down they go through turn 7. That was really, really close. Here comes Bastianini. Now that is really close. And he runs Martin out of the paintwork. Martin sticks his hand up. Martin gets run right off the circuit. Marquez and Gianantonio slug it out with each other going through turn 11. That all started on the entry for turn 10.
It looked like just ahead of us there was a move coming. There's a move certainly coming from Marquez on Pecco Bagnaia. Gianantonio might well get himself involved. These are the 3 riders next year that are going to be on 2025 spec Ducatis. And Gianantonio fancies a rematch with Marquez. He moves through.
Now that has allowed Marquez to sweep through on the attempt. He's got to do all the hard work all over again. How many more times are Marquez and Fabio Gianantonio going to be swapping paintwork around this Mandalika circuit? The Gianantonio surely can't keep himself in the hunt here as he lunges on the inside of Marquez going through turn 12. Marquez says, no, you're not having that. So that's 3 successive corners now that these 2 have swapped overtakes.
Gianantonio again just barges Marquez out of the way. It's great fun for us to watch. Oh, that's a crash in the background. Gianantonio's down a 3rd race in.
And look at this now. This is just a case of surely Marquez. Bastianini got in hot there, didn't he, at turn 9. He's going to fight back, though, on the run down to the first gear, turn 10. He goes in hot again. He leaves the door open. There's not much room there. There was a Marc Marquez on the rider here replacing the factory. The Ducati team says, I'm having the 2nd place, mate. Out of the way. Marquez then up into P2. Here comes Bastianini, though, from a long, long way back. On the brakes into turn 11. This is a right old tussle, isn't it, between the Beast and Marc Marquez. Marquez, is he close enough to send it on the inside of Bagnaia into turn 12? You bet he is. Marc Marquez has made so many great moves here down the ears. He's going to run a little bit wide though. Side by side, the crowd are on their feet here in the main grandstand. It's advantage Bagnaia after we start lap 10. Bagnaia desperately trying to resist here through 10, through the right-hander of 11. This is as close as Marquez has been for the last 3 or 4 laps. Is he going to be close enough to attack? He's coming from a long, long way back. He'll have the inside line. Is he going to running hot. Bagnaia will just get him on the cutback. Bagnaia saw that coming. Bagnaia is all in for the win, as he said he would be. He is going to be ultra aggressive, but here comes Martin with the element of surprise. That is not a move that you see very often. He had the big shake on the change of the direction.
Well, I guess we asked the question going into the race, would Pecco Bagnaia choose to slow the pace off? Here comes Martin once again on the inside of the reigning world champion. Bagnaia will get the run out of the corner and try and move through. But if Bagnaia is going to try and back this pace up, the best way to counter that is to get ahead of it.
Can't remember the first lap where Bagnaia was overtaken twice. Martin, how late on the brakes is Martin into turn 15? He's gone in wide. Bagnaia's going to cut to the tight inside line with the better exit speed though is Martin. That just shows the different impact of different entries and exits there. Now then Bagnaia's going to try and get some slipstream. Here we go, what a battle this is between the title contenders. Bagnaia now back at the front, on the brakes on the inside of Martin into turn 1. This is what it's all about. MotoGP at its very, very best.
Martin having a look now into turn number 4, and for the third time now, Martin passes Bagnaia, but not for very long.
Incredible action here at the front of this Sepang Grand Prix. Bagnaia here, well, he said he would be all in for the win. This is win or bust, isn't it, from Bagnaia. And now once again through 14 comes Martin. They're almost going to touch on the exit now. Who's going to get the better drive now down this long back straight? Marc Marquez, a very interesting party there in third place, into the 4th sector where Bagnaia has been so good all weekend. This is edge of the seat action in MotoGP. This is nail-biting tension. Martin and Bagnaia, they go side by side. They almost touch, powering towards 6th gear down the start-finish straight. Who's going to have the edge on the brakes into turn 1?
It's Martin up the inside, but he looks like he's going to run in a little bit hot there. He does go ever so slightly wide. Bagnaia back up the inside of Jorge Martin again. The lead continues to change hands.
This is MotoGP off the scale. Awesome. It's Bagnaia then now that leads. Here comes Martin for a long way back. Into turn 4 he goes. Is he going to get stopped? No, once again. Bagnaia gets him on the cutback.
Martin up again this time into turn number 5. Does that look like a rider to you who's taking the cautious championship approach? Not a bit of it.
What are we witnessing here? Now Bagnaia shows Martin his front tyre going through 7. Marc Marquez must be loving this. Winding up the wick, winding up the power now to 6th gear. Bagnaia's got the inside line into turn 15. They rub knees, they rub elbows once again. Bagnaia has the inside line. GP24 Ducati versus GP24. He's alongside Bastianini now in the braking zone. He has seized the inside line of Bastianini. He tries to tough it out on the brakes, but he's not strong enough. Martin then does seize 2nd place. Bastianini are trying to get back through on Jorge Martin. That's really close. They rub fairings and knees, don't they, on the braking zone?
Jorge Martin, I think, just needs to attack here. He needs to get ahead of Enea Bastianini. The safest place for him is ahead of the number 23. But look how late Bastianini is prepared to brake.
Yeah, this is not just about the World Championship, this is personal between these two. He's going for it, no doubt about it. He's now close enough. He's right on Martin's rear tyre. Martin goes defensive. On the inside though goes Bastianini down the hill, trail braking into that 1st gear, turn 5. Bastianini pinches 2nd place in the last lap at the moment from Martin.